So in my last video I talked about how I really struggled to get back on the bike and I just pretty much stopped riding. Well, I finally back riding. I finally made it to tomorrow. Committing to a team time trial did the trick. I've been riding with the Evo team now. I've done 2 team time trials and I've managed to get through pretty much 2 weeks of getting on the bike at least half an hour a day most days. I've had obviously the days off for rest, but it's working. And I've even done a live stream, which has been super fun. Come on, 2, 1. 346 average. Now that's the hard part done. Once you're back on the bike, it's actually easy. And I've committed to the team time trials every Thursday. Riding for a team means that I feel like I don't have to worry about thinking about whether it's worth it because I want to show up for the team. And the other thing too is I've been doing the VO2 workouts on Tuesdays, the Zwift Insider micro races VO2 workouts. Join in if you want because they're a lot of fun. 4 minutes seems like a very short time until you're actually halfway through it. Once you get halfway though, you realize that last 2 minutes feels like it's going to be 6 minutes. So, but there's one issue with my bike, which I won't discuss in depth. I'm just changing over a derailleur to a mechanical derailleur. It's a great thing about virtual shifting. So it hasn't been plain sailing these first 2 weeks. The first race, I managed to actually do fairly decent. I didn't do any, I think I did 1 pull, but I managed to get to the last lap at least. This week, I didn't even get over the first climb in the first lap. My power levels were better, but it's a latte TTT team that was the very top level. So it was a struggle, but that gives me motivation to keep on the bike. Now, the other thing too, I just realized that I've got a bit of an embarrassment of riches for these derailleurs because, well, during COVID, I picked up a lot of pieces while they were cheap. I'm not going to put the Dura-Race on. I'll keep the Dura-Race for the outdoor bike. If I ever put it back together again, I'll put the old Tegra derailleur on. And the Quickfire series has actually been, well, the Quickfire workouts have actually been pretty fun. Obviously only being half an hour a day, it is pretty easy to make sure that I accomplish it. But one of the things about getting back into training is that I'm not worried about making sure they've got the top FTP level. I'm just making sure I get back on the bike. And I've discussed this with my teammates before. The very best training plan isn't the most efficient training plan. It's not getting the most amount of watts out of you. It's the one that you do. Oh, my chain needs a really good clean. It is absolutely disgusting. I'll give that chain a clean later on, but let's get this derailleur on. So yeah, obviously the next goal is to try and maybe don't necessarily finish a team time trial, but at least contribute to the team time trial. So that'll be my sort of short-term plan. And then also, apart from streaming on Tuesday nights, what I've thought about doing is doing a longer stream on Sundays. Maybe doing some quizzes, just to try and get a lot of base. Because one of the things about when I was training a lot is that getting a good ride in at least once a week, for me that was a 4-hour ride or so, a 3-hour ride at the least. But for me, obviously now with the hours that I do, just getting a 2-hour ride in is going to make a big difference. So what I'll try and do is commit to a 2-hour stream on a Sunday morning for me, which is probably Saturday nights for most other people, and see if I can get that going as well. That's just going to keep my fitness rolling on. Okay, I'm going to just adjust the end points because I don't have a cable.
No cable now.
If this works, let's see. I can just screw it all the way in. Okay. Now, one of the things I've thought about doing, I did talk about the fact that there's no perfect training plan, just the plan that gets you on the bike. So what I what I will do is I'll start doing some pretty generic Zwift training plans. I'll do the easiest one first. And this video is also just to let you know that I'm going to be uploading Ride With Me workouts, where I do literally I won't be streaming, but I will record the ride and then do a Ride With Me style structure. So obviously for those who don't watch my channel for that sort of content, just a heads up, I will try and make sure that I do put tips up, but I'm going to be trying to put a lot more videos up this next few weeks. See how it goes. If I upload 3 workouts and no one watches, I may just leave it and concentrate on something else. But it's served 2 purposes. But one of the important purposes, obviously, is to make sure that I keep my training habit going. I don't know where I want to get to with my fitness, whether it's going to be B, middle B, or even trying to get back to A. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, one of the things, if you're new to my channel, is that I do go to China quite often, because that's where my child's family is from. Now, it's been so long since I've done this, I've forgotten how I get this in. I know I got in the right spot. There we go. And then just, is that done? I was expecting a little click, but it's done. Okay. Now, doesn't seem to be any issues with that. It seems to be lined up pretty well. Let's have a look. All right, that's pretty good. So that's fixed. Don't know why I'm sitting on the floor. How to end up in this position, but yeah, that's just to let you know that's happening. So come along and join in. Otherwise, on Sundays will be the fun days. We'll try and get that live stream going with some quizzes. I'm not sure how we're going to structure those quizzes, but get some volume in. Okay. All right. I'm going to stand up again. Peace out. Nice points, Josh. Oh, I'm fucked.